Sandtroopers.com. Never imitating, always innovating, bringing you the latest coverage in the Star Wars galaxy.
In the back, rolling, and other figures can clip on there, so you can really load these vehicles up with your troops and put them in the bow.
Now this is a long overdue vehicle from Episode 3, so we're thrilled to bring it in. Now our inspiration is at 3, but we figured it fits Clone Wars perfectly, so we'll bring it in there. And then, Hellfire.
It has arrived. We are bringing radio control into the 3 3/4-inch world, so very exciting news here. We're going to have the Hailfire droid. This thing is packing some heat. It's got 18 projectile launchers in it. It can shoot in bursts of 3. So it's fully controlled. Actually, the controller's not shown up here, but it has tank controls. So you can spin this vehicle around, full forward, plow over troops. I mean, it just has awesome play. It comes with the trooper to get you started with your onslaught.
So this will be the one that we're going to be driving hard, on our television advertising. This will be the one that kids are going to be asking for under the tree that really propels the system. We call it our hero driver vehicle.
So, and great range on those. They shoot 5 and 6 feet. And I'm messing around.
Now we'll talk about the Legacy collection. Legacy isn't going to be a brand on the packaging this year for any of the movie products. We don't have a brand. We're not calling it Saga. We're not calling it Legacy. It's just Star Wars movie product. The only thing we're deliberately calling vintage is vintage itself. So we call it the Legacy. It's a celebration of all 6 movies. And in basic figures, the vintage collection, but this time, in the past we've done vintage in limited doses, 5, 6. When we originally launched in 2004, it was 12 figures. Limited doses at a time. The big news here is it's not limited. We're not going to just be doing 6 figures. It is an ongoing assortment. It really replaces the droid factory that runs through the spring. That's big news. And our plan right now is that we'll run for at least 2 years. The important thing is it's figures that are beyond the original trilogy this time. We did a lot of research. We did a lot of research at Comic-Con, Celebration, and also with Rebel Scum as well, to really get as much input from as many collectors as we possibly could to make some really good decisions. We knew that if we just continued on the same path of updating the original Kenner vintage cards, we would run out of steam quickly. We were running out of good hero characters. We still had some, but it was a very limited future. So we opened it up and we said, what if we really went beyond and celebrated that prequel trilogy? Got a lot of input, and there was a lot of excitement for it. So the good news is it's going to be episodes 1, 2, and 3 out at the same time as we've got the original trilogy. Actually, the first wave is going to be Empire Strikes Back. I'll show you that. We do not have Wave 2 here with us. It just didn't make it in time. But it will be Episode 3 themed. So it's going to be awesome. You can see Grievous, Clone Troopers on a vintage card, and they're going to look unbelievable. There will be 37 basic figures in 2010. That means 37 figures in the fall. 4 waves, approximately every 6 weeks. And 27 figures will be new or have new tooling and deck to make them new. That means the other 10 figures are kind of going to be the greatest hits that we call it. These will be great figures that are already at vintage quality appearing on a vintage card for the first time. So you'll have Darth Maul on a vintage card, Qui-Gon. Just some of the biggest heroes of Star Wars are now going to be on the card as if the Kenner line had never stopped. And that was really the inspiration for it. Why we're so thrilled to talk about the reintroduction of it. That was the vintage line look. I'm going to show you the figures, first wave, so it's a complete look here. Brand new Dengar, he is unbelievable. So we're making sure that we're updating all those bounty hunters to get them up to vintage quality. He's amazing. Hoth Leia, long overdue to have a dead and that's awesome Hoth Leia, she's there. Hoth Han, everybody asked or assumed that, hey, you're relaunching vintage, are we going to get Bespin Han? Because that's the one that a lot of people are focused on getting. He won't be out here in 2010, but it will be in 2011. But we put a new Han in that we've never actually done before. This is the Han in the welding scene. You only see it for a few seconds, but it was on top of the Millennium Falcon. That's never done this figure before, so
that's not
very
just taking it the other way.
A brand new Bespin Luke looks great. The AT-AT Commander. Why are we doing an AT-AT Commander?
I think the team just kind of overran us on this one and picked this one out.
AT-AT Commander will have removable armor, and so will C-3PO. So C-3PO is going to have removable chest plate, and his face, you can see the wires.
Chest, his front, back, and then his thighs, and the face plate.
So you kind of get a, that F1 C-3PO with a NESP 3PO. Dak, Vader. Vader's critical because we had done a previous version of Vader. The factory kind of didn't execute it the way we want, but it has the three-piece helmet, so you can really take everything off and see his, gnarly face.
Yes, we got them to not help us on that one and fusing those tools together. So now it's all 3 parts.
And then we have a more movie-accurate Boba Fett and a Cloud Car pilot. Another random choice. Is it random? So it's a great wave of 10 to really launch. We really poured our heart and soul into these figures. And, Forlong. So Forlong we had done previously. This is kind of the latest hits. Now you get them on his vintage cars.